This is not a long time ago. In fact, this is happening right now in a galaxy that you are very familiar with. Welcome to Rafa's Toy Studio, the place where I get to talk about all those toys that you should definitely check out. And this is Series 3, and today I'm going to talk about some very important toys that are a lot of fun to play with. I'm talking about Hasbro's Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch action figures, specifically the Force Awakens collection. Star Wars has transcended the movie industry. It's now become a really big part of American pop culture, and almost anybody can recognize it, and that's why I think it's so significant. And Star Wars toys have been around for a very long time, especially with Kenner and how they came out with some of the best toys for Star Wars, or in general, again, of all time. People love these action figures, and so for Hasbro to come out with the Black Series, I think especially with the new creation of The Force Awakens, it was a really good way to expose a lot of people to a whole new generation of Star Wars. I found the movie a lot of fun, and that's why I kind of collected the figures, because it captured my imagination again. Because I love Star Wars, and specifically with this new film, though some people didn't like it, a lot of people loved it, I think it did its job. It captured the imagination of millions of people, and it kind of started a whole new story that, yeah, recycled parts of the original trilogy, which is fine. If the formula works, why mess with it? But it got me invested in a whole new set of characters, while at the same time providing service in the sense of me reminding myself of all the things that I loved about the franchise to begin with. So I think it's important that we kind of explore these as we play with these toys. I love Star Wars, and I love The Force Awakens because of the beautiful characters that are created. I love Finn, I love Poe, I love Rey, I love BB-8. They capture the imagination, heart, and soul of what makes a good story. And here we get to immortalize that in plastic. Rey was so beautiful, and to have her in plastic form is really awesome. This is the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch The Force Awakens Rey from Jakku action figure. She comes with two accessories. One is her bow staff that she uses to fight people with, and then of course the beautiful droid BB-8. Not damaged, but dirty, specifically when he goes through the sands. This toy is really fun. It's a great likeness. The sculpt in the face is really good. Looks a lot like Daisy Ridley. And more important, a lot of the fabric, the detail is also really nice and the colors stand out. The only thing I don't like about this toy is specifically the material that they used for the skirt doesn't work really well. And I think it would have been better if it was cloth, because in this case I can't really move the legs that well. But I can still use her to fight bad guys, so it still rocks my world. Here I got my 6-inch Finn character, also from Jakku. This is the character that wears Poe's shirt after he believes that Poe has died. And so, you know, kind of honoring the character. Kind of matte finish in the face, good likeness to the actor, as well as, you know, a good gloss to the actual jacket. And, you know, simple attire, dirty shoes from walking actually in the sand. It's good detail. Good mold. This one has a little bit more movement compared to the Rey figure, and his gun is very basic. There's not a lot of detail in it, but that's alright, because what you really want in the toy is the likeness of the character. So very fun toy that you can actually play with, very versatile, very movable. And here we got my Poe Dameron action figure, which is not the horrific number 7 Poe Dameron X-Wing pilot attire toy that you normally get at Walmart. No, here I had to go to Target and I found a 2-pack which had cool-ass Poe Dameron and his awesome jacket that he has at the beginning of the movie, which came with a First Order Riot Control Stormtrooper. So this was a 2-pack. This was an exclusive where, you know, they can actually fight each other. But what I like about this toy, again, is he has the iconic jacket that he gives to Finn later in the movie. There's real detail in his actual pants, which add to that color and that realness. And it actually looks like fucking Oscar Isaac. Look at him. Compared to the other toy, picture here, nothing alike. I don't know. I think it was a disservice. But if you want that realism, I think this is the better toy for you. What really got me invested in the movie early on was when him and Finn first have their actual first conversation, and they escape from the bad guy's spaceship, and you kind of get a sense of two good guys that are going to become best friends forever. And that's what I really liked. It reminded me kind of something from Scrubs with JD and Turk, them just kind of going off and about to have some kick-ass adventures. So really like this toy. Great detail, great articulation. Of course, the movie would be nothing without its villainous bad guys. Here, Black Series Captain Phasma toy Captain Phasma, I thought was going to be a lot more intense in the movie, but she didn't have a lot of screen time, and when she did have screen time, there wasn't really much that happened. But again, really cool looking toy compared to some of the other First Order troopers here, kind of again with the riot control one. Much bigger toy, huge in stature, which makes sense because Brienne of Tarth is inside the armor. But the cool little robe isn't cloth, it's plastic, which is alright with a nice matte finish. The detail looks exactly like the thing that we see in the movie. The golden gun is a really cool addition. And the movement in the joints is okay. Not as much. See, this one doesn't want to move. There it goes. A little bit harder, but you have to kind of move it around to make it work. Here we got the Black Series General Hux First Order toy. Good likeness to the actual character. Domhnall Gleeson looks really good here. I think it was really intense because I saw Ex Machina, which is a beautiful film, first. And then a month later, I actually watched The Force Awakens. So seeing Caleb and Nathan kind of fight once again, but in a different role entirely, was pretty sweet. But the likeness is nice. The definition is good. You see a lot of goodness in the paint. Pretty basic, a lot of black, but he's rocking the whole Hail Hydra, you know, I'm actually a Marvel villain to a whole new extreme. Digging the hat. Character that I thought was very well paralleled to Kylo Ren, so you're going to see that rivalry. But overall, this is another really good toy. Because of the actual cape, he doesn't have a lot of movement compared to some of the other figures, but still, he's still really fun to play with, and I really like him. The detail is there. This is the First Order Trooper that came with my Poe Dameron 2 figure pack. And I think this is one of my favorite with the Black Series, specifically because he looks cool. He looks just like the actual trooper supposed to look in the movie. Lots of movement, specifically in the legs. Really good polish, so he kind of shines in the light. And he comes with the sick-ass weapon that he uses to kind of stop Finn when he comes out with the lightsaber, which I thought was really cool. The whole traitor, I thought that was a really cool scene. It's not necessarily that that First Order trooper, but I like to think it is because he comes with the cool ass rod. So this toy is a lot of fun because again, there's a lot of movement. Comes with a couple guns, comes with a riot shield, so ready and trained to basically beat the shit out of anyone that comes by. And with that, I also have another Finn toy. With this Finn, I got. Again, he's part of the Black Series. This is the First Order FN2187 Finn, the one that comes at the beginning of the movie that's actually in his First Order attire. Same mold as the actual other Finn toy that I have with the face, only here the eyes are more dead. You can't really see anything, you know, lost the will to live. Whereas here, more animated, hey, what's up? Kill you. So that's kind of built in within there. And on top of that, it comes with a gun, just as versatile as the other First Order Trooper. But one thing that I think is a really good addition to this specific toy is, if I can find the goddamn helmet. Here it is. He actually has the helmet from the beginning of the movie that gets blood when his comrade gets killed. So I think that's a really good addition as well. I think really good detail, lots of fun to play with. Of course, with any good Star Wars movie, you gotta have a new bad guy, and I liked Kylo Ren. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Like, oh, emo bastard kid, whatever. Shut up. He was a good villain, even when he took off his helmet. This is a really cool bad guy, and this is a really cool toy. Specifically, this one actually has cloth, so the material is different. So to match the detail in the really cool helmet and his not translucent lightsaber, but again, it has that more of that Fury Unleashed type that you need. With this toy, I also got the newer version where he actually is unmasked. So, you know, with all of his beautiful locks of hair. Same exact toy, a lot of the same thing. The belt is very different, but everything else for the most part's the same. The cloth still remains. Another very well-used toy in the sense that you can kind of pose them in almost anything that you need, whether they're going to be battling or doing whatever. But this toy, again, a lot of fun. Good likeness to the character, iconic in itself. And then, of course, you can't have Star Wars without Han Solo and Chewbacca. Here I have the Black Series Han Solo Old Man Solo toy, specifically rocking a different jacket, looking pretty good. It looks like Harrison Ford again, but aged, which is a really good likeness to the movie and good homage to the actual character. Comes with a little blaster. The joints are a little bit loose, that's why I can do this so well. But besides that, pivots really well. Again, with a lot of these toys, the legs don't move that well, but still a lot of fun to play with. And then the Chewbacca, I didn't think I was going to like this toy because in the box he looked kind of stupid and didn't have a lot of movement, but I was wrong. Lots of movement with Chewbacca, taller than all the other toys, comes with his sick-ass crossbow gun, ready to shoot bad guys, and again has that Wookiee face that anybody would love, specifically Han Solo. These two were a big part of the heart of the movie. It brought back the old crowd and goes like, oh my god, it's these two, they're back. And so many scenes, you know, they're back on the Millennium Falcon, bringing in the new wave of kids to take on, and I think it was just a beautiful thing, and now you can re-experience those moments by having these characters. And that's what the Black Series does, is now you have these very realistic action figures that look just like the characters, and now you can remake these scenes. Or maybe if you didn't like a specific scene that you saw in the movie, I don't know what scene specifically that was, but if you didn't like it, you can always change it however you need to. And so that was Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch action figures, The Force Awakens collection. The movie was great. The actual franchise is great. Hasbro has made some really fun toys that are very clear representations of the characters. The detail is nice. The molding is great. The colors work very fine. Maybe some of the fabrics don't work as well, and maybe some of the plastic could be a little bit better, but that happens with all toys. What's really important is that it captures the imagination for kids to play with these toys. I mean, even as adult collectors, when you see these figures and you keep them in the box, they look like the characters, and that's the important part. With Kenner toys, I mean, again, you take those out of the box, you play with them, you have these huge space adventures and action sequences, and in this case now you can relive the stories that countless people love so much, whether it's your love for Rey or Finn or Poe or Han Solo, Chewbacca, Kylo Ren, whatever it is. It's a wonderful way to express your love for the franchise, and so please go check out these toys because they are a lot of fun, and you can pick them up right now at Walmart or Target or Toys R Us, or order them online, whatever you like. Enjoy them, enjoy the things that you enjoy, and always remember to most importantly, enjoy the plastic.